We, in Cape Cod Bay, we have our whales. They are the right whales. We get more of them in Cape Cod Bay than anybody else in the world does.
There are two ways of looking at the reason that I have a care for the future of right whales, and one is not biological. It's not got much to do with the economy, the economics of our society, where we usually start worrying about things like in fisheries. My first reason for caring is because it's almost a spiritual reason. These animals have lived here for a lot longer than humans have. And they occupied these shores and the shores of the whole Atlantic Basin, and added important things to the basic biodiversity. The second reason that I think it's important to care about them is that when they are at the numbers they once were, in other words, if we could cause them to recover, they begin to perform an essential component activity within the ecosystem, but you gotta have a lot more of them.
And it's imperative, it is I would say a moral imperative to take care of that ecosystem and those animals because they're on the brink of extinction.
North Atlantic right whales have populated the waters of our eastern shores for over 1 million years. That time has become more precious as this rare animal continues to face more challenges than it may have the ability to overcome.
The situation is grave and continues to be. There are very few animals left, and as best we can tell, they continue to be in a decline. We think there are now maybe 400 left.
This year alone, female right whales biologically capable of reproducing have been sorely impacted. Where this year should have seen 25 to 30 calves, so far only 10 have been identified, one of which was severely injured by a ship strike just hours after being born.
Every one is precious, but the numbers are not as high as they ought to be to keep ahead of mortality. Mortality is exceedingly high. Something like 12 have been found dead or are believed as good as dead. So 9 means you're still lacking the numbers you need just to make up for mortalities. But the part that troubles me is that there is some indication by Richard Pace in his really landmark work on right whale population using our data and other people's data that the mortality may be as much as twice what we find. We find a carcass, but there may be, for each carcass we find, there may be another carcass that we have never found.
There are 90 to 100 females left in the population. Maybe 75 of those are known to be biologically capable of reproducing every 3 years. But the truth is, only a fraction of them are giving birth.
Something is not right, and I don't believe we're going to get 20 more calves between now and the end. Let's hope for a few more. But for this to be a recovering population, the whales have got to reproduce more often. Clearly, any population, even ours as numerous as it is headed for extinction if we don't reproduce.